Well, I mean, first and foremost, the obvious grave injustice. Um, uh, Certainly, I mean, after such a heinous and vicious, brutal attack on three innocent little boys, and I think more than likely, in terms of the investigation was, let's get whatever we can define as the predator off the streets to calm this community down. And so it became a witch hunt, I think. And it was clear from the first second that I saw the Paradise Lost film, which is when I called Laurie. I just knew that this was a horrific lie, and that these boys were innocent. So I wanted to help in any way I could. Well, obviously the power of cinema, the power of the media, the power, I mean, that all those things go, I mean, to some degree hand in hand. Um, what I think is most important right now is that it's the first time that Laurie and Damien, through Fran and Peter, were able to tell their side of the story, as opposed to, I mean, the Paradise Lost film certainly made, put a spark out there, most definitely, and they were, it brought attention to the case. But this particular film, I think, leads to a more, it's less safe in a way, because you're basically introduced to the real perpetrator. And I think it's pretty obvious to everyone who sees the film. I think it's been obvious to us for many years now. So, and so obviously, the great power of the documentary, the great power of getting that, getting the voice out there. There's nothing as powerful. And something like this, I mean, this is the road to total exoneration, and that's what needs to be. I don't, myself, to be honest, the idea, I'm essentially a gas station attendant with a very strange job. I ended up with a strange job, which put me in a position to, that claimed anonymity and stuff like that. I'm basically, I don't think of myself as a celebrity, so I'm here, as Peter said, really as a friend. If there are people out there who will take a minute to listen to what I have to say, or certainly to what these guys have to say, I think they'll learn a lot more about this case. And as I said, I'm here to support my friends and to attain what the proper proper definition of justice for all, for the victims, families, for Damien and the other boys, for sure. I'm here as a friend, Yeah, I think that there's, I mean, it depends, on the, cinema. It's very strange today. Peter will probably agree. Cinema today has gone it's gotten smaller in a sense. Hollywood cinema, and at the same time, the boundaries of television have grown. You can get away with a lot more, or you can. There's a lot more information that you can send out there on, say, I don't know, some sort of a mini-series type deal. I think it's important to tell Damien's story from his perspective. I mean, from the perspective of his book, his words, and I think people will learn a lot more. It will be again another sort of layer of that education that is needed to really understand how complicated and ugly this thing has been for 18, 19 years, 20 years, whatever.